Hello, this is Team 1 of SER 402 Artifact Review number 5. First, I'll start off with our sprint goals. Sprint 9 and Sprint 10 is the sprints we've worked in since our last review. Sprint 9 was to complete download functionality, start working on front-end Vaadin components, create a JDBC connector for the database that was given to us by the sponsor, then modify the API, our Java API, to take names as parameters, and then use these names to look up each element. And there was some back-end specification for that that the sponsor gave us that he wanted us to do. And then Sprint 10 to try to complete all of the front-end components for our JSON elements, then to modify their connection database to include insert statements and update statements for our models into the database so that we can save simulations. Connect the front-end components to the new web pages. This is working with David to connect what he did with front-end components for elements and actually create them inside pages. Then Haochin also, the last goal kind of leaked into Sprint 10. So this one was also to complete the name, the update for the REST API. And then this is another goal for Sprint 10, which reaches, I think, a week and a half from now or so, would be to implement the WebSocket connection layer to the Java server, which is another specification by the sponsor and what he wanted. So for the demo, I'm going to show the download functionality or the download stub that we have. Then I'll move on to the name, the changing of the names, and then I'll go into showing the database and seeing an update. So first, we go and try the download. So if we have a simulation running and uploaded, we can hit the download and it will download the CVS files. Right now it's just a stub because we had some complications with the front end persistence layer again. So he created the stub and then everything's there. We just need to fix a few things in the back end of the website, not the Java server, the website. Then I'll show the name changing using Postman again. So I can start a simulation. You can see down here it started. So I need to save this session ID that I got. Then instead of using the ID, which was what was before, I'm going to use a name, and the name of this bus is bus 1, so I can get any element from there. Another functionality that we do have now is an export functionality, so I can do send this to our REST API, and what it'll actually do is on the server it will export the data as CVS files using the that session ID that it's given. What was the session ID? 179. This one. So it exported these guys. But the biggest change was the name changing from the REST ID to name. And then next we will show the database. So we have a simulation running right now because I just started one using my Postman. You can see it's running with some update database every second. Every time it's run, the simulation is run every second. It will update the database after it's run, and then it will loop again and run it again, loop it again, run it again. So right here I have a little SQL query, you can see that it's 25669 is the latest one. If I update it again, it's going. So it's inserting these buses as snapshots every second, and using that session ID. Right there is the session ID that was given by the initial simulation start.